Stack your shoulders over your hips, close your eyes, and just take a moment to notice your breathing without doing any of the crazy stuff we're about to do. Know that at any time you're welcome to stop, pause, take a break, drink water. Maybe your hands on your thighs or on the mat. Just taking a moment to ground into this space that you've decided is now your yoga space. As you breathe in peace, filling up the area around you, filling up your belly, your chest, feeling yourself expand into the area around you, maybe just the four corners of your mat. As you exhale, release any stress and tension from outside you don't need for this practice. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more. Breathe in. Breathe out. Moving into Nadi Shodhana breathing, alternate nostril breathing. With your right hand, bring your index finger and middle finger curling at the knuckles, so you're placing like your fingernails in between your eyebrows. Your thumb and pinky finger will be closing either side of your nose. So thumb is on your right nostril, pinky's on your left. Take a big breath in, and then close both nostrils and pause. Release the right nostril and exhale. Same nostril, inhale. Right thumb closes nostril, pause. Pinky releases left side, exhale. Same side, inhale. Close both, pause. Open right, exhale. Same side, inhale. Close, pause. Open left, exhale. So find a cadence that works for you. Inhale on the same side. Once the inhale is at its fullest, close both nostrils and pause. For whatever count feels good for you, 2 counts, 3 counts, 4 counts. Open the right, exhale. Same side, inhale. If at any time this breath becomes overwhelming or not relaxing, feel free to come back to normal breathing, releasing the hands at your leisure. Finding your cadence, pausing between the inhale and exhale. As you're breathing, notice if your body changes. Notice if you begin to slouch forward, draw the shoulders back over your hips. Notice if you're holding tension in your jaw or your forehead. Release that tension, continue breathing. We practice this as also a means of somewhat of control or discipline. The more you practice this, the more you might one day be able to breathe this way without using your hands. So you might actually control the breath in and out through individual nostrils. Little yogi powers. Go ahead and finish whatever round you're on. Maybe finishing on the right side. Releasing both hands to your knees or your thighs. Keep your eyes closed. Just notice your breath here. Noticing your body on your mat, your body in space. From here, bring both hands to the mat, to either side of your hips. We're going to go for gentle neck stretches here. Fingertips to either side of your hips. If you need to sit on a bolster or recross your legs or change the way you're sitting, that's fine. Once you sit up really tall, fingertips ground through the earth, just in line with your hips. So that also ensures your shoulders are over hips. Take a big breath in as you lengthen through the crown of your head. As you exhale, draw your right ear to your right shoulder. Relax your jaw. Breathe into the pelvic floor, feeling your sits bones rooted to your mat, to the floor, to the earth below you. Allowing the left shoulder to fall away from the left ear, creating more space along the left side of your neck. As you feel your head leaning over to the right, maybe pour more weight into your left sits bone. If you'd like to add movement here, maybe drawing your chin to your chest or your collarbone, bring your gaze up to the sky. Think of it like a little massage for your sternocleidomastoid, that muscle along the side of your neck. Take 3 more full rounds of breath here. When you're ready, reach your left hand up and over to capture the right temple. Gently guide your head back to center, head over neck, over shoulders. Left hand down, you can give your shoulders a shrug up and back. Take a few breaths here, lifting through the crown of your head, rooting your sits bones down. One more inhale here, and as you exhale, draw your left ear to your left shoulder. Allowing the right shoulder to fall away from your ear, breathing more space into the right side of your neck. Maybe you add movement if you did that on the other side, drawing your chin to your collarbone or gaze up to the sky. Think of it as a little massage for the right side of your neck. If you have been sitting down or staring at a screen today, the front of your neck might feel really tight as we shorten those muscles, just like our chest if we are rounding forward. Take 3 more full rounds of breath and just noticing if you're slouching into the body. See if you can bring your shoulders back over your hips. As you're ready, reach your right arm up and over to capture the left temple and gently guide your head back to center. Release your left or right hand down. Give your shoulders a few shrugs up and back. From here, just walk your hands back behind you, fingertips forward, just a gentle counter stretch. Lift your chest, release your head back. Open your throat, lift your chin to the sky. Let your knees fall towards the mat. You could do this kneeling as well if that's the seat that you chose. Gently draw your chin to your chest. Walk your hands back forward. Bring the soles of your feet together. And so if you are on kneeling, go ahead and just come to a seat. If you want to sit on your blanket or a pillow, you may. We'll take Baddha Konasana. Soles of your feet together, making a diamond shape with your legs. So notice your knees might be up by your chest. Slide your feet slightly forward. Let it be a little bit more comfy. You can slide pillows under your knees too if you need to. Inhale here. And as you exhale, just start to hinge from the hips, reaching your chest forward. Take a few breaths with a nice flat back, not worrying about how deep we go, but how long we can get the spine. How much space can we create from the tailbone to the crown of your head? Press the sits bones into your mat. Look past your toes. One more inhale, lengthening. As you exhale, go ahead and chin to your chest, fold. Permission to slouch here. Give your head a little shake. Nod your head yes. Yes to you. Yes to committing to a 60-minute yin practice in the middle of your evening or maybe post-dinner time or pre-dinner time, pre-TV time. Once you are comfy where you are, add props. So I like to just hang on to a pillow, hug it in. Sometimes I'm a bit more flexible and I might fold forward and have a block or something underneath my head. If you are a bit more flexible today, you might slide your forearms underneath your shins for somewhat of a turtle variation. Walking your hands forward, lowering your forearms to the mat. My hips are really tight, so this feels kind of like pretty good. We're never going for pain in our yin class. Discomfort is okay. We can breathe through that. We don't need pain or anything that's going to hurt us. Pain might have informed you to take a yin class and take care of your body. So that's what we're doing here. As you breathe here, allow each inhale to grow longer than the previous inhale. And allow each exhale to grow longer than the preceding inhale. I like to encourage exhales to grow longer than your inhales, encouraging deeper relaxation, letting go of more than what you're taking in. Take 3 more full rounds of breath here. When you're ready, go ahead and press the earth away with your palms. Walk your hands in towards your hips. Rise up one vertebra at a time, shoulders over hips, head over shoulders. From here, we're going to set up for deer pose, or I like to call it 90-90 stretch so you know where your knees are going. We're going to be folding over towards the right. So you might place some props, a blanket or a pillow over on this side, the right side of your body. Keep your right leg as it is. You're going to flip your left knee over, so your left foot is now on the left side, left knee is next to your right foot. So normally in class we get a bolster and we place it perpendicular towards the front of your mat, so just straight out from your hip. So you can have as many props as you like over on your right side. Now for some of us, we might twist all the way over, clearing our right thigh. For some people, we might just fold over the right leg. Whichever feels best for you here. You're gonna get a little bit of a stretch in the outside in front of your left hip. I want you to think about letting your left leg be really heavy. So from here, sit up tall. Go ahead and walk your hands to face the right side of your room or the right side of your mat, wherever your props are. Take a breath in, lengthening, just like we prepared for the last one. And as you exhale, just walk your hands towards your props, towards the right side. And find a place where you can fold down. Maybe your right ear comes to the mat. Maybe you have a place to rest your forehead. And when we're about halfway through, you might decide that you want to twist. And you will bring your shoulders square to the mat and gaze behind you. You can see if that feels good for you. A lot of us are going to have different places. So both of your toes are facing the left side, your knees are facing the right side. Allowing your chest and shoulders to melt into your mat. And you may also start to notice that this is somewhat of a warm-up for like a half pigeon or sleeping swan, with the position of your right leg and squaring your shoulders over that right thigh. If you are facing the front, you might decide that you want to bring your left ear to the mat. Take 3 more full rounds of breath here. If you turned your head to face behind you, bring your chin back to center. Bring both hands to the floor and press the earth away, lifting your chest up. Bring your shoulders over your hips. Slow, slow, slow. And from here, before we go to the other side, we're actually going to bring our legs out wide for dragonfly. So bring your hands behind you, unravel the knees, windshield wiper a couple times, feet down, windshield wiper side to side. You're going to want your props probably in front of you. Extend your legs out wide. You can sit on a bolster or on your pillows or your blankets if you like. We're actually going to be over to our left side. So rooting down through your sits bones. My little trick for you for how wide to bring your legs. If you've warmed up, you might be a little bit wider if you aren't really sure. If you brought your legs out wide, so like more than 90 degrees, an obtuse angle, but then your toes fall inward, you've gone a little bit wider than what your body wants to do today. So then just scoot your heels in a little closer so that when your feet are relaxed, your toes are over your ankles. So from here, we're actually going to come over to the left side. You can do this either revolved or straight over the left leg. Kind of decide what you feel best. We can start together, folding down, squaring your shoulders over your left leg, walking your hands to the length of your left leg, filling any space with a block or a bolster or a pillow or a blanket. Cats, calm down, it's yin time. Go see. So you can stay right here if you'd like to revolve. Bring that pillow or blanket down. Left arm to the mat. Right arm can reach up and over. And maybe reach for the base of your head, occipital bone. Oh good, this blanket was more sturdy than I thought. Left hand can support your head. Looks kind of silly, looks like we're just hanging out, but I want you to get a nice stretch through the right side, the QL, your obliques, maybe even your lats, the right arm up and over. And then also the left leg is getting a bit of a stretch here. Maybe you don't feel any stretch, but now you know what muscles are actually going to be targeted with your yin pose, because sometimes in yin poses we don't feel the stretch. The work is in how long we hold it. If at any time you choose to square your shoulders back to that left leg, you're welcome to do that. Okay, ghosty. Take 3 more full rounds of breath here. Go see. When you're ready, use your right hand, and if both hands are down, you can use your left hand. Rise up slowly, shoulders over hips. Oh yeah. Right side had some stuff in there. Sit up nice and tall. Maybe give your shoulders a couple shrugs up and back. Maybe twist right to left a couple of times. Just warming up the torso. Shaking that out a little bit. Coming into deer pose towards the left. Bend your left knee in. Bend your right knee in. Both toes are facing the right side. Knees are facing the left. Using a pillow or a blanket on your left side. Hands face the left side of your room, maybe over your left leg. Inhale, and as you exhale, start to walk your hands towards your props, towards the side. Lowering your chest down. Think about lengthening your spine here. Rather than rounding and trying to get your chest to the mat, think about lowering your ribs to the mat or to your props. If you turn your head, you can turn your head the other way. Again, making sure the crown of your head is reaching away from the tailbone. So rather than like torquing through your neck, I want you to think about lengthening so you can get an even twist. Think about reaching your bottom ribs towards the mat. Take 3 more full rounds of breath here. As you're ready, if you turned your head to be behind you, bring the forehead to center to your props or the mat. Bring both hands to your mat. Press the earth away with your palms, rising up 1 vertebra at a time. Shoulders over your hips. Bring your hands behind you as you undo the legs, plant your feet, windshield wiper a couple times, easy side to side. When you're ready, bring your legs open wide. Second side, dragonfly. Props can come onto the right side, noticing your little toe check, your toes felt inward. Bring both hands either side of your right leg, big breath in, and as you exhale, start to walk your hands along the right leg. Maybe you go as low as you want, you can stay right here, or if you revolve, right elbow inside, left arm reaches up and over, capturing your head, right hand supports the head, whatever feels good for you here. Sinking both sits bones down into your mat or your pillow, whatever is supporting your bottom. Take 3 more full rounds of breath here. When you're ready, bring both hands to your mat. Press the earth away with your palms, rise up. We're going to take it center this time. So do whatever you need to do. Maybe give your legs a little wiggle. Get ready. Maybe you're ready to go right into it. You can bring your props or your pillows, as many pillows as you want in front of you. Lift up tall, just like we prepped for those other postures. Inhale, lengthen. As you exhale, walk your hands forward. Maybe you're crawling over your pillows or your blanket. Keeping the toes and knees facing up. So not rotating the toes inward. Keep the toes and knees facing up. Take another big breath in. Maybe you've hinged from the hips. Maybe you're nice and low. Maybe you only move 2 inches. As you exhale, go ahead and relax. Chin to your chest. Soften your belly. Soften the backside of your body. Add any extra props that you need to keep yourself here comfortably and without straining. Remember, discomfort is okay. Pain and 90% effort is not what we're going for. This is a chance to be easy with yourself, to breathe deep, to allow space for you. Maybe you've been feeling stuck at home, stagnant from not going through your daily routine and moving the energy you normally have. Energy moves a little bit differently when we're in a smaller space or sharing that space with others. We're doing the same thing. Allow your energy to move freely within you, to exchange what you don't need, to take in what you do. Notice that all of it is within you, even when you're out of your routine. Allow yourself to find some peace in this moment and know that you are that peace. As you've been in this posture for a while, you may notice you might be able to go a little bit deeper. You may notice your body gently ask you to back off a little bit. Listen to your body and allow the stillness to help you tune in to what your body's telling you. Maybe it's asking for a little bit more. Maybe it needs a little bit less. Take 3 more full rounds of breath here. When you're ready, bring your palms to the earth. Press the earth away with your palms. Rise up slowly, slower than you want to, like you're stacking one vertebra on top of the other. Low back first, then the thoracic, and the cervical. Shoulders over hips, head over shoulders. Give your shoulders a few shrugs up and back. Bring your props to your side. I might turn sideways for this next one. Help your legs in center. So your legs come forward. Ooh, give them a little shake. Toes in and out. Wiggle through the thighs. Ooh, that was deep. Good job. We're going to take saddle pose or half saddle. So I'll do half saddle. If you know that you can do saddle safely and you want to hold it the whole time, you're welcome to. I'll teach you half saddle, which might inform full saddle. Half saddle. I'm going to turn sideways just so you can see. I want you to have a lot of props underneath your hips and your back. So if you've got like smaller pillows, just make sure you've got enough for your hips and your back. I might just like layer my blanket back here. So not just your hips. So then you're going to sit on the base of your pillows if you can. So sitting up a little bit taller, you're sitting up off of your floor. From here, half saddle, we're going to bend, keep your right leg forward, bend your left knee, and bring the sole of your left foot next to your left hip. So the sole of your left foot is facing up. Your foot is free. It is not underneath the body. It is outside of the left hip. If you need to sit up taller or place something underneath your left knee to make it a little bit more cushy, you can. If you're going for full saddle, know that this looks like fixed fern, but your knees are separated, so you get a little bit more freedom there. From here, you're sitting up tall. You might get more pillows for your back, and when you're ready, recline back. Remember, keeping your hips on the mat, or hips on your pillow or blanket, shoulders supported. You don't have to go back very far. You might just recline right here. Take your time. Do what's comfortable for you. Also, if you can tell, this is a pretty intense stretch for your ankle too. So if you need to bring something underneath your foot, bring your pillow underneath your ankle, you can do that too. Fill up any negative space that you have. Not bad space, just empty space. Get as many pillows as you need underneath your back so that you can recline comfortably. You might let this be a nice heart opener. Open up through your chest. Stay where you are. I'm just going to take a peek at you. Yes, these look good. Awesome. Perfect. Yep, you're professional yinners. Good job. Yes, good job, girl. I see you. Just allow yourself to relax here. If you notice your left hip rising up, go ahead and sink it back down. Every exhale, let the left hip be really heavy. If you're in half saddle, take 3 more full rounds of breath here. If you're in full saddle, just stay where you are. As you're ready, bring your elbows down to the mat, hands to the mat. If you're leaned back, bring your chin to your chest first. Rise up slowly. Use them to help your left leg come forward. Your left leg, shake out your right leg. Setting up for your second side at your own pace. You know where you're going, so your left leg stays forward. Bend your right knee, so your right foot comes behind you, sole of the foot facing up. And then go where you'd like to go. Knees can stay separate, but I would like your knees to stay on the mat. Sole of your right foot facing up. You might just stay right here for a little bit, hanging out on your palms, adding any props you need underneath your right knee or your right ankle. Be very kind to yourself here. Take 3 more full rounds of breath here. If you've reclined back, bring your chin to your chest, hands to the floor. Slowly lift yourself up, slower than you want to. Ooh, yeah. So if you have both knees, go ahead and come into tabletop first. If you have just your right leg, go ahead and help the right leg forward. Shake out the knees, shake out the legs. We're going to come onto our back from here. So if you made it to tabletop, go ahead and bring your legs forward once more. Release your props out from under you or to the side. You're going to lie all the way on your back. Bend your knees, plant your feet. Go ahead and place your left ankle over your right thigh. Left ankle is over your right thigh. Flex your left toes. Left hand can press your left knee forward. Right foot is on the mat. You can stay right here or reach for your right hamstring. Thread the needle. Left hand between the legs. Right hand outside of the right thigh. Flex both sets of toes. Relax your head and shoulders on the mat. Press the shoulder blades down. Send your tailbone into the mat. Breathing deeply here. Okay. Thank you. From here, reach for your right shin. Left leg extends to the sky. Hang on to your right knee. Float your left leg down. Draw your right knee in towards your right armpit for Palamuktasana, wind relieving pose. If you'd like a little bit more, maybe more compression in the hip, half happy baby. Right hand to the inside arch of your right foot, or you can keep your hand to the back of your right hamstring or your big toe. So either both hands to your right shin or right hand to your right foot. Wind relieving pose or half happy baby. Keeping both hips on the mat, both shoulder blades on the mat. Take 3 more full rounds of breath here. Hug your right knee into your chest. And as you exhale, supine twist. Right knee comes across the body. Right arm opens up to the side. Press your right shoulder into the mat. Gaze over your right arm. Option for cat pulling tail. Bend your left knee. Reach for your left toes with your right hand. And pressing your right tricep and shoulder blade into your mat. Take 3 more full rounds of breath here. As you're ready, release the left leg. Invite the right knee back into your chest. Bring both knees back into your chest. Sacrum circles one direction and the other. Massaging up the low back, realigning your spine. Tuck your chin to make sure your whole spine is on the mat, and then plant both feet down, knees bent. From here, right ankle comes over the left thigh. Thread the needle. Yep, you all saw that coming. Right foot is over your left thigh. Reach your hands to the back of your left hamstring. Flex your right toes to protect your knee. You can also keep your left foot on the mat. Relax your shoulder blades and hips down. From here, capture your left shin. Right leg extends, right leg releases to the floor. Uttanasana, wind relieving pose. Left knee to left armpit. Sinking your hips and shoulder blades down into the mat. Let your body be really heavy here. Breathe space into your low belly. Release tension in your hips. If you've tried half happy baby on the other side, try it here. Left hand to your left foot, or hang on to the back of your left hamstring, stacking your heel over your knee. Right hand can come to your right hip. Three more full rounds of breath here. If you have half happy baby, soften the knee, draw your knee back to center and cross it over, supine twist. Left knee comes over to the right. Left arm reaches out like the capital letter T, drawing your left shoulder blade, left tricep into the mat. If you're a cat pulling your tail, bend your bottom leg, your right knee, reach for your right toes with the left hand. And then draw your left tricep back down to the mat. Take 3 more full rounds of breath here. If you're a cat pulling your tail, release your bottom leg. Draw your left knee back into your chest. Invite both knees into your chest. Give yourself another hug, as many sacrum circles as you need. Maybe a full happy baby. Letting your hips be really heavy in the mat. Letting your low back and hips be really thankful for that stretching and time and stillness you just gave your body. Give yourself one more hug and release into Shavasana. Extend your legs long, heels wider than your hips, arms unfold to your sides. You're welcome to slide your blankets underneath your body or over your body if you want to get really cozy. Chin to your chest and close your eyes. Breathe into the natural curves of your spine. Allow them to be supported by the mat and the earth below you, the home that shelters you, keeping you safe. Allow yourself to be filled with gratitude and abundance for having this space to connect, to breathe and to move together when we're not really together, knowing that we are all one. Please stay in your Shavasana as long as you need, because guess what? It's your house and you can choose how long you want your practice. I wanted to share my gratitude with you for staying with me, for practicing with me, for sharing your energy and joining us in this new virtual reality. You are amazing. The light in me loves and honors the light in each of you. Namaste. Oh, I got to hear you. Yay. I unmuted you just in time. Don't feel like you have to get up. I'll just chat to those who want to say hi.
I'll go back.
Yes, go back. Lay down. Jenny, how do you feel, dear?
Feels so good. I'm ready for bed.
Yes, it is bedtime. You guys did it. 8:30. So I'll be teaching tomorrow at 7 a.m. for power and 6 p.m. yin. I'll be teaching, when am I teaching again? Sunday booty at 12:30, but I'll add more yin. If you guys want it, message me. You know how to find me. I'm happy to add more yin. Get Zen has been very generous with the Zoom. So this is still free. If you're a member of Get Zen, keep a lookout in your emails for changes coming next week, just because we might be changing the accessibility. So yeah, I like all this yin. I love seeing all your faces. Thank you so much for doing the double too. Thanks, Jen. You look super cozy.
It got really cold, so I got my blanket.
Yeah, it's good to have your blanket. I usually have socks on. I had like a full audience for that last little bit. I had both cats and a husband just chilling, watching. I don't know if anybody was watching when like both cats made their little cameo appearance.
I saw. What's your black
It was
cat's
funny.
name?
Mogwai.
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 Through.
Yeah, they both came through. Mogwai and Ghosty.
I
Super
heard
chill. Oh yeah, they had dinner, so.
Oh, Ghosty.
Ghosty.
Christian, like, literally was watching you.
He literally was. He was like, his face was this. Like, look at that.
How
Just
cute.
staring. He's so silly. He's so sad.
What's the name of the cat again?
That is Ghosty.
Ghosty?
How long have
Ghosty.
you had Ghosty for?
I've had him for 3 years. It was
Okay.
his gotcha week last week because I adopted him from a friend, but he's like 9 years old.
Yeah, we were actually curious how old he was.
Yeah, he's 9.
Oh,
He's like my little old man fluff, and then Mogwai,
you
little
just
crazy thing.
God, Mogwai. Like last year, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's that?
You just got Mogwai last year, didn't you?
Yeah, in June. So actually, yeah. Yeah, he's only like 10 months old.
Yeah.
Yes, those are the cats. Oh, man. All right. More yoga tomorrow.
Yeah. Thanks for the class.
Thank you.
Have a good
Mwah.
night.
I love you
Bye.
all.
Have a good night.
Bye.
Enjoy your evening.
You too.
I'll
Thank you,
see you
Vanessa.
guys.
The best. The best.
Good night.
Good night. Thanks.